happiness, sadness, anger. These emotions are easy to show when you're talking, but how do you show that when you're texting? Well, never fear, that is why there are emoticons. Emoticons stand for emotion and icon, and they show emotion and give tone to text messages.
Smiley face emoticon factory? George, we can see where they make the winking emoticon, and the tongue sticking out, and maybe even the classic Mr. Smiles himself.
They're like little picture things that you can put in your text messages to send people.
That are meant to be like funny and show emotion, like, winky face, smiley face.
It's like a secret language, and people won't communicate that with folks such as myself.
I like emoticons because they put more emotion into what you're saying.
Well, I just think it makes texting more fun and more lively.
I don't have an opinion as to whether I like them or not. They are existent in life.
Emoticons are simply a contemporary extension of early logographic writing systems or pictograms. Even today, when I hand out a book, people flip through it and look for pictures. It's natural that when we created this new form of communication that we would want to find a way to illustrate it for emphasis and to indicate intention, which is really important because in a text you have very few words.
The word smile doesn't convey a smile. But since I am on camera, I can just do this. But if I wasn't on camera, I wouldn't be able to do that, so I just have to demonstrate that I'm smiling.
They express emotion through just symbols. I mean, the greater than 3, which is the heart, is actually in the dictionary.
I like to use the happy face because I'm very happy.
That smiley face thing, the one that's like the 7 with the colon and then the parentheses. And then every now and again, that one with the semicolon and the parenthesis at the end, I use that one too. I haven't figured out some of the other ones, like that one with the face and then the underscore and then the dash. I haven't figured that one out completely yet, so. Yeah.
Okay.
The really happy ones. Like the colon and the D? Yeah.
Oh, yes. In the world of emoticons, I was $D.
If I use any, it would be the smiley face.
So original. Choose the Asian
smiley face.
No, not the smiley face, just the plain face.
Oh, Jared Kuhn.
Yeah, and the Asian surprise face.
Give us an example of that, Jared.
How would you type that? Two ways to write emoticons. You can write them in a Western style or an Eastern style. In the Western style, emoticons are read horizontally. In the Eastern style, however, emoticons are read vertically. There are also more kinds of emoticons in the Eastern style that aren't in the Western style, such as despair, flipping a table, and listening to music. You're going to go to Settings, then you're going to scroll down to General. And once you get to General, you'll click on Keyboard. And in Keyboard, you can add whatever language keyboards you want, but you're going to add the Japanese Romaji keyboard. Once you do that, you can just go wherever you're going to put the emoticon in, click on the World button until you get to the Japanese keyboard. And once you get there, you're going to hit the Symbols button, the 1, 2, 3, and you're going to find the emoticon key. And as you can see, there are tons of an Eastern style emoticons for you to choose from.
I'm a much bigger fan of emojis, but
Can sound like a building or something.
Yeah, I like emojis because they make a conversation a lot better.
There's more expressive faces and things that you can send to people rather than just regular smiley face.
I like the emoji that looks just like this because it's an easy way of saying okay or making a sarcastic statement.
I use this one the most. I love that one. It's my favorite.
Alright, so overall, do you like emoticons?
No.
You don't like emoticons?
I
Why
don't.
do you like emojis?
Because you have to download them, and too many times downloading them causes you to download things you're not aware you're actually downloading, which then sit there and tie up system resources or give you viruses, or you're not practicing safe computing. I've discovered instead of emojis and emoticons, you use words.
How did emoticons come to be?
Well, the first emoticon may have been seen as early as 1862. In a transcript of one of Abraham Lincoln's speeches in the New York Times, you can see the winking expression, but it was probably just a typo. In 1881, a team at a satirical magazine formed emotions with characters that they called typographical art. Much later, in 1963, freelance artist Harvey Ball designed a yellow smiley face to try to boost the morale of a recently merged insurance company. Since then, it has become a well-known symbol for happiness. All of this led up to the first emoticon in 1982. Scott Fallman, a professor at Carnegie Mellon, had noticed that when someone made a sarcastic remark on the computer science community message board, someone would take the joke seriously and start an argument. According to Fallman, many different kinds of emoticons were created within months of his original post. Eventually, tons and tons of emoticons were created that many texters use today. As it turns out, Fallman isn't a big fan of most of these new emoticons, or of emoji. Emoji is a Japanese term for picture characters, and unlike emoticons, show more than just expressions. They're emoji for flags, buildings, food, and many other things that would be close to impossible to express with just emoticons. The first emoji was created by Shigetaka Kurita, who was part of the team working on Docomo iMode mobile internet platform between 1998 and 1999. Since then, they have been integrated into mail and web services of all mobile carriers in Japan. Now, emoji can be used on iPhones as well. Most recently, emoji were used in Katy Perry's lyric video for Roar. And that's what emoticons are all about. So in the future, when you're texting your friend, don't forget to add a smile at the end. Thanks for watching!